Hello, welcome to SGT University. I am Dr. Akanksha Yadav from the Faculty of Allied Health Sciences. Today we will be learning about vitamin D. Let us get started with our discussion on fat-soluble vitamin D. Vitamin D can either be made in the skin from a cholesterol-like precursor, 7-dehydrocholesterol, by exposure to sunlight, or can be provided pre-formed in the diet. The version made in the skin is referred to as vitamin D3, whereas the dietary form can be either vitamin D3 or a closely related molecule of plant origin known as vitamin D2. From its precursor, 7-dehydrocholesterol occurs by UV irradiation and processed from the provitamin to the previtamin and finally to the vitamin. Next, sources of vitamin D. Vitamin D, also called the sunshine vitamin, is easily manufactured in the skin from 7-dehydrocholesterol on exposure to sunlight. Small amounts are present in dairy products such as milk, cheese, butter, cream, egg yolk, liver, oyster, and some variety of fish, and also plant food like mushroom. So we have seen that it is not just through diet. Sunlight can also help us to manufacture vitamin D. Absorption, storage, and elimination of vitamin D. All fat-soluble vitamins share a common metabolic fat. Vitamin D is absorbed along with fats from the duodenum and jejunum, while 2 is essential for the conditions unfavorable to fat absorption, such as lack of bile disorders such as sprue and celiac disease, result in poor absorption of vitamin D. Once absorption is complete, vitamin D enters the blood as a part of the chylomicrons. Vitamin D formed in the skin by the direct irradiation of the provitamin present in the skin is directly absorbed into the bloodstream. The vitamin is stored in concentrated quantities in the liver and to a lesser extent in the skin, spleen, lungs, brain, and kidney. The main pathway of excretion of vitamin D is through the bile into the small intestine and consequent fecal excretion. Only less than 4% of the intake of vitamin is excreted by the urinary pathway. Next, let us now move on to the functions of vitamin D in our body. Vitamin D aids in the absorption of calcium, helping to form and maintain strong bones. Recent research also suggests that sufficient intake of this fat-soluble vitamin may provide protection from and decrease an individual's risk for developing osteoporosis, hypertension, cancer, and several autoimmune diseases. Deficiency of vitamin D. Infants constitute a population at risk for vitamin D deficiency because of relatively large vitamin D needs brought about by their high rate of skeletal growth. Breastfed infants are particularly at risk because of the low concentration of vitamin D in human milk. Dietary absence of vitamin D or lack of UV sunlight exposure cause the bone disease called rickets in infants, children, and osteomalacia in adults. Let us have a look at the signs and symptoms of its excessive amount in our diet. Toxicity. The adverse effect of high vitamin D intake include hyperkaluria and hypercalcemia. Excessive amount of vitamin D are not normally available from dietary sources, and hence cases of vitamin D intoxication are rare. Nevertheless, toxicity may occur in individuals on excessive amount of supplements, vitamins, for example, drinking milk fortified with inappropriately high levels of vitamin D3. The signs and symptoms associated with it are anorexia, nausea and vomiting, followed by polyuria, weakness, nervousness, and itchiness. Recommended dietary allowances for vitamin D. Recommendations of vitamin D are expressed as international units. Next, interaction of vitamin D with other nutrients. Vitamin D metabolism is interrelated with calcium, phosphorus, vitamin K and iron. Now calcium. Vitamin D initiates calcium absorption as well as activation of protein kinase. Next, phosphorus. Vitamin D increasing the activity of brush border alkaline phosphatase, which hydrolyzes phosphate ester bonds along phosphorus absorption. Next, vitamin K. An interrelationship exists between vitamin D and K based on their relationship to the mineral calcium. Vitamin D has an impact on calcium metabolism and vitamin K dependent protein bind calcium. The two sides of action of vitamin D are bone and kidney tissue, where vitamin K dependent calcium binding protein have been identified which regulate the production of crucial enzymes. Iron. A decrease in vitamin D has been observed as a result of iron deficiency. Vitamin D is essential to maintain important functions of the body. Studies report that it triggers the body's immune cells to produce antibodies. Therefore, vitamin D promotes an overall increase in the strength of the immune system.
So, today we covered vitamin D. In our next lecture, we will be studying about vitamin E. Till then, keep learning, keep growing. See you next time.